Good morning, my lovelies. Here he is, messing up my bed. Was fixed. And the room is pretty clean. Hubby's desk over there is pretty messy still. But I have my dresser fixed up. This board pushed into the wall. I'm glad to see my dresser and jewelry and my makeup in my corner here visible again. I have this full rack of purses all around, are purses I don't even use or use anymore, and I have a couple other drawers full of them. So I'm thinking of selling them to make room for the baby and to have some extra cash on hand. Yeah, nothing designer, but they're decent quality from Just Fab, and there's some really nice purses. So yeah, cash money is always good. My next project is getting rid of clothes. I have a hard time, one, letting go of clothing, and also the other one is fitting them because I'm pregos. I like unique clothing. I like comfortable clothing. I like things that are different. So with all that in mind, I just have way too much. And let's not even get started on shoes. I have some here. I have some by the front door closet. They're just everywhere. Alrighty, so I pick up Malachi from the cooking class, and he doesn't have any cookies or anything.
When you put glasses on, Didi.
Where are your cookies? Where are your cookies?
I ate them.
Even the tree?
See?
Goodness gracious. After picking up my son from his 3 classes of Build and Create, Cooking, and Arts, the rest of the day was pretty uneventful and sad. Every 6 to 8 weeks, we have to check in with an educational specialist to show them what I have been doing with him as far as homeschooling and all that good stuff go, but it was just oh so difficult, and I had to raise my voice a little bit, and he's real sensitive, and he cried, and then I cried. It was just sad. And as a homeschooling mom, you know these things are going to happen, and your heart is kind of prepared for it. But when it actually happens, you're not really ready to be sad. And someone might ask, why don't you just put him in public schooling? And oh my gosh, I really, really thought about that and think about that. And I do think public schooling is a great option, especially where we live here in San Diego. It's the best part in the state or the nation for schooling publicly. But for my son, who I have to figure out 5-10 different ways to teach him a certain topic, and he learns so differently. A classroom of 20 to 30 kids, and with his particular ability to process information, it's not gonna work. And I even ask myself sometimes, well, what if I'm wrong? What if a classroom of 30 kids is good for him? It might be, but it's just gonna crush his spirit. It's so early, seeing that you're not getting it like everybody else, you're not picking up as fast as everybody else, you're not getting the attention that you need. And though I think that it's healthy that people know what their abilities are and they're not thinking they're way above what they really are at this age, that's really not my goal. My goal as a homeschooling mom is to coach him and show him and teach him that he's fully capable. It's going to be hard, but he's fully capable of that, and I'm going to be here to tell him that. Life isn't easy. School won't always be easy. Some things are really easy for him. Some things are not. But here at home, he'll know he can do it. I may not have all the fancy credentials, and honestly, it kind of really doesn't matter. The resources are endless, and you have a teacher's manual, and you have all the love. If your child really wants you to be their teacher, there's really no stopping you from doing homeschooling or teaching your child or coaching your child. And I have talks with him if he wants a different teacher, or if he wants to go elsewhere, or public schooling. And we don't even badmouth public schooling. It's an amazing option. I tell him the perks, all the fun stuff, all the good stuff of it, and all the friends he can have, because 30 people, he is so social, but he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to be there. He likes the way he has it now, with 4 days of schooling, 6 different classes in the 2-day charter, 3 classes of fun, and another 3 classes of more fun through our homeschooling co-op. And between his charter school and the enrichment plus the co-op classes, he has everything from cooking to sewing, literature, science and history, critical thinking, building classes, and at home we even do coding. So he gets good academics. When it gets tough is when we have to put the stuff down on paper. He can tell me verbally, visually, he can show me through his creations what it is that he's learned. For the charter school check-in, they want to see the work that you've done because they assign you stuff that they think should be done. And so it gets tough with his way of learning plus my checklist OCD-ness plus what the school would like to see. So even though all those factors can be stressful, I have to step back and remind myself, this is why we homeschool. It is for the child. Instill the love of learning for now, not necessarily all of the academics and all the details. Instill that love of learning, and they will be learning for a lifetime.